Test, test, test. Looks like the audio works. Okay. If you do not understand how financial statements work, your income statement, balance sheet, and statement of cash flows, and how they work together, you will have a tough time forecasting, predicting, or anticipating your future financial needs. The word Performa simply means projections. If you are a startup, when do you expect to break even? How much cash will your company burn through prior to breaking even? When will it start making a profit, and how much profit? How much financing will you need, and when will you need it? A very common technique used to assist in forecasting is to convert your future expenses or budget into a percentage of your anticipated sales. For example, I always kept my marketing and advertising budget to 10% of our anticipated sales. I would try to keep my employee costs to 35% and rent to 8%. Here, the assumptions are that the company would maintain cash at 4% of sales and inventory at 25% of sales. The more assets, think inventory, machinery, supplies, equipment, etc., the more money it takes. A common source of financial pain for small companies is that they outgrow their cash and become illiquid, meaning that while they are profitable, they do not have the cash on hand when the bills are due. This is also being called insolvent. We will discuss more in the chapter on financing later. In this example, the company has a policy of 40% down on all sales, and that the balance is to be paid in 2 equal monthly installments. For example, in January, it has a sale of $4,000. The $1,600 shown here is the amount paid at the time of sale, and it shows the balance of $2,400 will be paid in 2 equal installments of $1,200 each. In February, it has $6,000 in sales, with $2,400 coming in the form of cash, plus a payment from January's sales of $1,200, for a total cash income of $3,600. March's cash income is $6,600. Now for the cash payments, or cash disbursements. Cash disbursements show where the cash is to be spent. It is anticipated that in January, the company will spend $10,550. From this, one subtracts the cash coming in. That leaves a shortfall of $8,950, or a cash outflow. This operating loss is then subtracted from the company's cash, and as you can see, the company is burning through cash faster than it's bringing it in. Its cash balances continue month over month. When you forecast, make sure you use realistic numbers. You do not do anyone a favor by something other than your best estimate. In the prior example, the author didn't forecast out far enough. I like to see Performa on a month-by-month basis for the first year at the minimum, ideally out to the break-even point as a minimum. Remember to use realistic sales, costs, and profit margins. You're not doing yourself a favor by blowing smoke or using unrealistic numbers. With that said, you'll drive yourself nuts if you're too accurate, if you go into too much financial detail. The concept of best guess comes to mind. It was once said that successful people plan their work and then work their plan. I've also heard it the other way around. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail.